All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. That was my Patreon list. Shout out to all my Patreon members. Y'all know who you are. Y'all are the best. Sorry. Also, before I begin, sorry about the eye. I got something in it. I have to go to the doctor. I'm just gonna be twitching all night. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So this is going to be. This is not a Veterans React video. It's not a Bitcoin, Tesla stock update, Pokemon, or Earth 2 video. This comes from a need. This comes from something that people need. People need to hear this. I'm probably gonna curse. I'm not even gonna monetize this video because I'm so angry at this. I heard my friend Lou owns a sign shop. The sign shop mostly for business owners. They're like, oh, I need a sign for my shop that says Gary's Pizza, whatever it is. But because he is a good guy, he accommodates all. Hey, I need a sign for my sister's birthday. It's my dad's retirement party. Cool, does that too. On the phone, he has a lady that is, I'm gonna say, mid 30s, early 40s, whatever, and he goes up with like the invoice for, oh yeah, the sign for your niece's birthday, this, and this. All right, about $160, and she could not pay it. And I'm like, oh, feels bad, man. And he says, no problem. You don't have to pay it right now. You put down a deposit and then pay the rest, whatever. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, yeah, I can get the money, by like a day or so, end of this week before the job is done. It's like, okay, cool. And then I'm thinking, like, is this lady that has next to no money gonna get the money, get $160 and spend it on a sign for her niece's birthday party? I don't know how old the niece was, but what the heck is wrong with people? There is no reason for that, and there's a bunch of arguments that I'm going to get into later. But right now, this just comes down to financially literate people and just absolute idiocy, idiotic stupidity that is just bananas. And there's a couple reasons for that. Now, one of which is like, okay, some people have spending problems. Some like this is an issue. This is an actual issue. Some people have spending problems. The same way some people have drinking problems. Notice the Game of Thrones thing in the back. Some people have drinking problems. Some people have substance abuse problems. That is not limited to just that. Some people have spending problems. And this is like, but this might not be that. I've seen this around the holidays for so many years where, let's say there's one of two different ways where I've seen this. One is like where this couple or this one person or a couple want to put up a front saying like, oh, look what we did. We want to, feel good. And yeah, you're going to get this. You're going to get this. We need presents for everyone. And they do it on racking up thousands of dollars of credit card debt. And they pay it off. Takes them months to pay off. And then pay it off just in time to do it again for the next year. Paying high interest loans. That is idiotic. People are stupid. Saying it right there. They're stupid. And they're just going to do that forever. They're going to die with no money. They're not going to be able to afford to die. They're going to have to talk to their kids, be like, hey, I can't afford to die. You're going to have to pay for me. Yeah, that's idiotic. Now, that is one set of people. People trying to keep up with the Joneses, saying, look how great we're doing, putting on a facade, saying that we're doing great. We can afford this, this, and this. And like, no, you can't. No, you cannot. The other way this happens, where I've seen it, is where, like, let's say, the dad and man in the relationship guy says, like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sock a little bit of my paycheck away, little bit of each paycheck, and eventually I'm going to get some golf clubs. These old hand-me-downs I've had for 20 years, no good. Gift to myself because I deserve it. Because I got new shoes and something else for my birthday. Some whatever. I'm gonna get this for myself. And then in the holidays, wife comes around, and this guy is whipped, and she said, "Hey, work some overtime. Do some of this, and I know you got a little saved away. For the holidays, make it nice for people. Make it nice. We got toys for my sister. My sister's got kids, and my brother's got kids, and we got nieces and nephews and cousins. Stuff for your mom and my mom. We need stuff for everybody. We need stuff for the dog. We need, and that's not even if they have kids. That's just if they're." And then the guy suddenly like, what the hell? What the heck is going on? Like, they do all this Christmas shopping. They have no money in their account. That is so stupid. That is why you're poor. That is why you're poor. It's not evil capitalism. It's not the evil 1%. It is because you're stupid. I said it, and I realize I'm talking to about probably a decent amount of people on my friends list right now. And any single type of money that they get does not go to investments. And it's not like, all right, Mr. Chavez, okay, yeah, not all of us have worked in finance for 4 years and are this great with money. Okay, no, this isn't something I just learned the last 4 years since leaving the military. I've seen this since I was a kid. It's like, this is stupid. Let's say like I asked for money for my birthday. My birthday happens to fall a little bit before Christmas. I get money for my birthday, and I'm forced to take that money and buy other people Christmas presents. That is absolute BS. If this video was not monetized, I would be cursing up a storm right now. I hated that forever, and that's why I'm obsessed with money. Because every time I get it, it's forced to be taken away. That's why communism doesn't work. That's why socialism will never work. Because you want to do something productive with it, and instead, it is just absolutely wasted on BS. BS stuff. That is just horrible. And it's ingrained, it is so inculcated into our society that people are just going into massive credit card debt. People use their Christmas bonuses like, oh, I use my Christmas bonus to pay for Christmas gifts. Don't do that. Don't do that. If any one of my friends has next to no money and you feel obligated to get me a gift or something, do not. I always say for my birthday parties, for my gatherings, do not get me anything. Do not bring anything. I want you to come here. I don't want you to not come because you can't afford a gift, because you feel bad like, hey, I'm coming, but I can't afford a gift. I'm drinking alcohol tonight. I don't want to hear that. I was like, no, don't give me anything. I don't want anything. Come and drink. I want to spend time with you. I get so little free time. I want to spend, I literally offer like, no, my friend's like, I will pay for your plane ticket. I just want to freaking see you. I haven't seen you in years. I'll pay for your plane ticket. I don't care. I just want to see you. I do not care about gifts. I don't care about that. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I'll be a little fair here. Some people is like, well, you know what? I don't have much. And, you know, I feel bad not giving anyone anything. And maybe kids will be like, oh, they didn't get me anything. You know, heckin' kids. So I don't like kids. So I don't want kids. But at the same time, yeah, maybe sometimes, like, you want kids to have that reaction like, oh, wow, this is great and cool. And maybe it makes you feel good. And maybe going into debt and working your butt off, working overtime for a few months after Christmas, maybe that's worth it to you. Maybe it's worth it just to see that smile on that kid's face. Okay. If you are happy with that, the ROI on everything in life is happiness. That's one thing. But if you're doing a Kilo the Jones, like that's still idiotic. Like that's still dumb. Like if I had, let's say, someone that was close to me, and they just like, hey, listen, I worked my face off for 2 months to get this for you because I know it's something you really wanted and you don't have it. I was like, oh, dude, they, you know, like whatever. And I go like, listen, like, I can't. I would feel so horrible about accepting that, going through that torture, working, 50, 60 hours a week just to get me something. Don't ever do that. Guys do it all the time with engagement rings. Like, if you can afford it, like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Me, personally, I wouldn't be with a girl that, like, wants to spend, like, $15,000 on an engagement ring, whatever. I was like, no, let's invest it. Let's go on vacation. Let's do whatever. I'm not saying I won't spend that. I'm not like a cheap. I would say, like, no, yeah, if you want to spend it, let's go. Let's splurge. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to Hawaii. Let's go to, Guam. Let's go to Japan. Like, let's, piece of jewelry. It's not gonna mean anything, or, whatever. But this is a big problem. Credit card debt is a huge, huge problem. It's almost as bad as student loan debt. Student loan debt, yeah, they're both over, I think, $1 trillion, something like that. It's idiotic. It's ridiculous, and I don't know how people do that. People are just spinning their heckin' wheels. I have, friends like from the military that says like, I remember what my one friend said, like, oh, it's done. I have no more money left in my account, but it's done. The Christmas shopping is done. It's like, I would kill myself if I spent my entire net wealth on Christmas gifts, working so hard to have nothing to show for it, just so I can get Bobby and Susan. Like, I don't know those people. No, I don't mean you, Sue. I love you, Sue. But do I know a Bobby? I probably do. just using random names, just so they could have a gift. Now, that being said, I'm a very generous gift giver. Ask anyone whose wedding I've gone to. Yeah, y'all are getting good stuff. Anyone who I've known for a long time, y'all are getting the good stuff. Because I love my friends, but when you have no money and to be forced to give gifts, like be expected to give gifts, like all of a sudden, the amount of love and affection that I show to you on a daily basis and what we share, our history together, doesn't mean anything because I gave you a bad gift. Maybe I'm not a good gift giver. And I give great gifts. Just letting you all know. Yeah, that's idiotic. People need to have a really big discussion about this because it's a sick country. And then somebody was saying before, like, oh, well, this is a capitalist society and you're just taught to spend, and that's why capitalism doesn't work. All right, that's dumb. All right, that's BS. Capitalism is the reason why everyone back in the 90s, what would you rather be? Would you rather be rich in the 90s or would you rather be, okay, poor middle class in, 2021? Middle class 2021 all heckin' day. Capitalism is the reason for the rise in technology. It just breeds innovation. Why cars get better, why we have electric cars now, it's better for the environment, why we have internet almost everywhere. Elon Musk, Starlink, giving internet to people that don't have any. Square. Do you know you have to have a certain amount of money to have a bank account? Not with Square. They give you a routing and account number. Square, they do that with Cash App. Technology is a consequence of capitalism. And a rising tide raises all ships. All right, there are a lot of people in the 1% that have benefited, last 20 years. Money goes that way. But again, the rising tide raises all ships. I would much rather be poor in 2021 than I was in 1990. I'd much rather be poor in 2021 than any other time in life. That's just a fact. Nobody in the military, I did not see anyone running away from capitalist societies to socialist societies. You just don't see that. So I just something I wanted to bring up because there's this weird thing that people think socialism is the answer, and that's killed, I don't know, how 100 million people. Olivia, you comment down right below, your history teacher. Go nuts on that. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I would say bye-bye, Dashi, bye-bye, Dashi. All right, I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow.